The talented team at the Brainerd Dispatch that produces this podcast would like to offer you a deal too good to pass up. Get 3 months of local news at BrainerdDispatch.com for just 99 cents a month. That's 99 cents for unlimited access. Subscribe now at BrainerdDispatch.com/subscribe. Good morning, Brainerd Lakes area. It's Monday, March 23rd. I'm Teresa Burke with your Brainerd Dispatch Minute, the weekday podcast of the Brainerd Dispatch, brought to you by Rayboyne & Francis Law Firm, catching you up on the news of the Brainerd Lakes area. Here are today's top local headlines. But first, let's hear from our sponsor.
Remember just two things. Rayboyne & Francis, good. Insurance companies, bad.
Rayboyne & Francis gets it done. 828-9211.
A dozen public union workers in and around the Brainerd area called on lawmakers last week to support their constituents. Local chapter members of the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees rallied in front of Brainerd City Hall to call on legislators like Congressman Pete Stauber to support them in their fight to combat the rising cost of living and the growing pressure on working families. They spoke of the difficulties in affording everyday necessities like health care, groceries, and child care. I've got the full story in Saturday's paper and at BrainerdDispatch.com. Camp Ripley looks to another busy season of military training. Those in the vicinity should expect April, May, and June to be busy and booming as artillery units come through the camp. The booming and banging will continue through July, August, and September as well, just with different weapon systems and tanks. Read more on Camp Ripley in Saturday's Dispatch or online. A dozen seniors from Pine River Backus High School are working toward their commercial driver's licenses. Several students have already completed the theory portion in preparation for their permit test, which they can take when they turn 18. After the permit exam, there are still steps to be taken before getting licenses, but their involvement in the high school class may help them with costs to complete those final actions. The class is part of the school district's aim to pursue career readiness goals. Check out the full story in Saturday's paper. Costs are on the rise at the Crow Wing County landfill. When water makes its way through garbage at the landfill, it becomes contaminated, gets collected, and is given the name leachate. The leachate collects in ponds and is later sprayed on fields to the south. Last week, county commissioners heard the cost to treat leachate is expected to rise following changes from the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency. Managing editor Renee Richardson has more in Saturday's Dispatch and online. A woman who was found dead with her 3 children in a White Bear Lake house fire Saturday morning was identified as Jessie Pierce, a media personality who covered the Minnesota Wild for the past decade. Pierce worked at the Brainerd Dispatch for a time in 2012 and 2013. She and her 3 kids were found dead after a neighbor reported seeing flames coming from their home early Saturday morning. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Find more on Pierce in today's Dispatch e-edition. From former Dispatch publisher Terry McCullough's column, This Was Brainerd, exploring the Dispatch archives, here's today's tidbit of local history, brought to you by Mills Automotive Group. 30 years ago today, in 1996, the Dispatch reported that as Brainerd Kicksters coach Cindy Clow predicted, the Minnesota High School League's assembly voted to recognize dance line as an athletic activity. The margin was 61-24. The issue narrowly lost in 1994. They will now be subject to restrictions on schedules, practices, and length of season. For a daily dose of This Was Brainerd, visit BrainerdDispatch.com or find McCullough's column in the newspaper or e-edition. Now here's today's Lakes area forecast, brought to you by JN Tree Service and Landscaping.
Storm Tracker.
Happy Monday, Brainerd Lakes area. We'll see sunshine in the morning, followed by cloudier skies in the afternoon, with a slight chance of a rain shower in the evening time. We'll see a slight southwest breeze throughout the day, 10 to 20 miles an hour, with temperatures topping out around 45 degrees. For the day tomorrow, cloudy skies, but on the warmer side, low 50s by the afternoon, and light winds. For Wednesday, mainly cloudy. Light winds will stick through, and in the evening time, we could expect some periods of showers, as well as past midnight. And then into the day Thursday, some rain and snow showers early on, and then tapering off later in the morning as temperatures stay pretty steady around 35 to 36 degrees, and then falling throughout the rest of the day with that cold front passage and a little bit breezy out of the northwest. By the time we get to the end of the week, though, more sunshine and warmer temperatures by the weekend. This is Storm Tracker meteorologist Stefan Sundy.
Thanks to Mills Automotive Group, Ray Boyd and Francis Law Firm, and JN Tree Service and Landscaping for their support. And thank you for listening to the Brainerd Dispatch Minute. For more news throughout the day and for information on becoming a subscriber, visit BrainerdDispatch.com. Have a great day, and we'll catch you tomorrow.